Hello, one and all. We're coming to you live, or afterwards on the rewind, whichever you prefer. But anyway, tonight we are going to be continuing, but we'll do a little bit of a what do you call that? Um, a review of the beginning of Divided Loyalties that we started last time. But yeah, tonight we're doing Divided Loyalties from Babylon 5. One telepath leaves, another one enters temporarily, but we'll see her again in the future shortly. Just 3 more episodes left after this in season 2. So anyway, tonight we have, we're down one person. Liza's not able to join us, but she will definitely catch us on the rewind. She and her parents have some stuff to take care of in Miami. I'll just leave it at that. Something unavoidable. So, but in any case, we do have folks like this.
I am no man.
Actually, he is. I mean, the thumbnail looks very similar. Here's what I meant. The audience likes it when I make mistakes. Hello, Colin.
Hello. On the replay, you mean I can go to bed now and come back and join in the replay?
Well, if you really want to. But this is your chance to protest the popularity of football in the UK because you're going to be here while England is playing Mexico.
I genuinely keep forgetting it's on until someone mentions it.
Yes, well, for our audience that are looking forward to this match, you could definitely watch the match while listening to us.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Because announcers can be a bit annoying. And also joining us tonight, I think you'll remember this gentleman. Hot off our Monty Python Spectacular on Wednesday, we do have Mike Mountain Hawk Gorley.
What up?
What's up, sir?
Here we are again.
Yes, here we are again.
I'm kind of jealous of you guys. You guys are musicians. I did 2 years of music at secondary school, and I came away from it. We got to play G on the recorder, and knowing Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat from start to finish.
Oh, wow.
I could probably still play on a G recorder if I had a recorder, and I still know most of Joseph. So it was 2 years well spent.
Yeah, I haven't heard Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat yet, but I should because, we did Jesus Christ Superstar about a year ago, and man, I realized how great that music was, a lot of those songs, so I should check out the earlier work.
Yeah, well, the thing with which, if you listen, it depends. There are several versions of it, but I mean, there's one with a certain children's TV presenter who used to appear with a gopher, who's probably not as he used to be. Yes, there's another one with I've actually got somewhere on DVD a version with one Donald Osmond.
Oh wow!
Donny Osmond?
Yeah, Donny Osmond. Yeah, Donny Osmond.
Oh,
and it's weird. I don't know if you've been like this if you've got sisters, but my sister loved Donny Osmond and the Osmonds. I didn't, and I think I didn't was because my sister did. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean? You know. But now I can appreciate it. I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan, but I can appreciate that. You know, I can listen to their music when I remember.
Yeah.
Well, we won't mention Marie Osmond at all, otherwise I might have to go and shout.
Well, either way, I mean, just look up the different albums out there. The original Jesus Christ Superstar is good, and it was an album first before it was a musical.
the what I find is that the sheer genius in Technicolor Dreamcoat in Joseph is that it's so many different types of music. I mean, you've got country, for example. You've got, I'm sorry, the only way to play Pharaoh is as Elvis. You just listen. It's just the style of music, the wording. You know,
Yeah.
Anybody that plays the Pharaoh has to go, Pharaoh, You have to be doing, you know. And I said there's some country in there, there's some rock, there's Creole, you know, there's an amazing variety of music inside an hour or so's musical.
But that was Lloyd Webber. Did he work with the same lyricist back then? Was it Rice?
It was Tim Royce and Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yeah.
There you go.
Way back many centuries ago, not long after the Bible began.
Okay.
You know, and I said.
Now I'm trying to access my button here to load things up. They're still going strong at Brown, so we'll see much of our audience arrive.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Are you prepared? Did you see who's in the chat? Scott.
Scott Hovitt.
Scott is in the chat.
Well,
hey.
He is one of our first ones. Yes, Scott. It's still summer there.
Oh, hee ha.
It's fishing time. Thanks, right, Scott. Man. Yeah, the Brown Alliance will be finishing up shortly, so we'll see folks rush in after that. I decided to start because we had all this banter before the episode. But
you can see where I'm talking out of.
We had that short that we released with the Killer Rabbit, Alex's Killer Rabbit. Yeah, that took off this week pretty well. That was cool. And then Liza took the YouTube AI and asked about the episode, and the review she got was really interesting. I think we're going to save most of it for next week so she can read it off in that eloquent speech that AI uses.
Are you talking about reviews of the movie or reviews of us?
Of our episode, yeah. Not really a review, but a summary. Yeah. Did you know that Wednesday, the episode that we did, our stream was hosted by Colin of Glastonbury?
Yes.
He was the host, yeah.
Right on.
Right.
I wasn't there, apparently.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, you have to forget you people didn't exist in the Middle Ages. This is why you didn't exist in the Middle Ages. You were still part of us. And a couple of days late, perhaps, I want to back. Happy 250th anniversary, you ungrateful colonials.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate that. And I just posted in Brown's chat that we're doing Babylon 5 Divided Loyalties. There should be a redirect, so we'll see folks soon. So I guess I got about a minute here to do a bit of a review of what we started last week, but we might as well because, folks out there maybe didn't catch us last week, and it's nice to have it all in one episode, but we didn't get far. Let me see here. I will be putting up your chats, folks, the comments, but Liza normally does that, and she can see better than me. So I'll be a little bit slow in doing so, but I'm going to try to make sure you in the chat are all feeling included. So anyway, let's talk about Divided Loyalties. We have here some excellent artwork at the beginning, as usual. Exterior shots of the station, and I like to include them, especially we have the title here, Divided Loyalties. They're announcing the raid right now. It's hard to for me to keep talking to the audience while I'm listening to Brown. He announced it.
Stop listening.
I just did. There we
There you
got
go.
the announcement, so we know we're good. So I'm going to take down this chat here, and I'll keep the comment section up. Let's see if I can really stream. Okay, so we start off in the restroom, and this will obviously be starring Patricia Tallman as Lyta Alexander. She did star in the pilot, and they brought her back here because behind the scenes, Andrea Thompson, who plays Talia Winters, was leaving the show. So I guess she.
Do you know where she went? I didn't
According to
realise
Istaphobos, it was CNN.
CNN?
No, she went on Hill Street Blues.
Oh,
According to IMDb, and I remember her being in Hill Street Blues. I think she eventually ended up at CNN, but I think she left.
so Hill Street Blues was still going on
yeah.
Wow. I only remember it from when I was a kid in the 80s. Well, that's cool. Hey, Flav is with us.
Flav, what's up?
Flavius X. I know we're starting early, Flav. I think Flav is going to be watching.
No, it was NYPD Blues she went on.
I think we're starting early.
Oh, NYPD Blues.
Ah.
Yes.
So, no,
all right.
Wrong. It was NYPD Blue, not Hill Street Blues she went on to.
That's okay. It's closer than CNN.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah. So J. Michael Stracynski had plans here for, dealing with different characters leaving and stuff, because it's hard dealing with working actors that change their minds or do one thing or another, and you never know what's going to happen. So the story was meant to go on, and so this episode, they basically dealt with it. And as I mentioned last time, yes, this alien did a little bit of a piss shiver after going to the bathroom here. And, yeah, it was great. So anyway, here we are in the station. We're getting newspapers. We talked about this last time, so I'll just summarize it quick. Basically, Delenn talks about how on Mimbar, you only know what you need to know and nothing more. They don't get into the gossip and all that stuff like the Earth people do. But then, it was found that she does read Ion Mimbari in her newspaper because the kiosk announces things, and it said, Ion Mimbari is not available this week. Would you like your copy anyway? And she said yes. So Sheridan knows. Oh, so you read that, huh? And she's like, well, I like to know what your planet is saying about my planet. And sometimes I'd like to know those things that I don't need to know, that sort of stuff.
You can't lie to the kiosk.
There's actually a technical name for that. It's open source intelligence.
Ah.
Once open source is where you get attaches and the rest of it to other countries. They're not all spying is undercover. Some of it is literally just reading the newspaper so you can see what's been published. Which gives you some idea, at least, of people's ideas.
Yeah. I mean, it's something as a diplomat you would want to do. I'm sure that diplomats in the UN look at the New York Times. And probably also, what is that thing in Washington? The Wall Street Journal, that sort of stuff. So
they probably get a summary from their from AI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. Well, next week we're going to hear the summary of our Wednesday episode because Liza had that done and it was hilarious. But it's best when she reads it. So next week she's going to read AI synopsis of one of our episodes. But in any case, yeah, for those of you just joining us from Mr. Brown Alliance, thanks for being here. Unfortunately, Liza's not with us this week. There's something she really had to do, but she misses you all, and she'll be back
What night is she doing this, Lawrence?
What night?
Which night? Well, you do so many. You do this all week long.
No, not all week. Wednesday and Sunday are our regulars. We do a Tolkien stream now and then on Mondays, and then next week we are doing a Friday.
We are doing Friday.
Yeah, we're doing the monkeys.
The monkeys.
Well, if the monkeys, with everything we got to say about their musical prowess, if we have a little bit of space, we might, we might include that. Oh, hey, well, hold on a second. Istophobos in the chat. I got to take care of something for Istophobos here. But yes, folks, here we are at Syria Planum. So as soon as I progress onwards, we do see this scene here. I did. I warned you. Oh man, there's too much stuff to do. Gavin's here, so we got to give him a shout out, right? Oh, well, Istophobos here. He'll remember this too. So
Istophobos.
Jesus Christ! I warned you.
Yeah, anymore. Gavin warns us about everything, so we got to play that. Let me see here. Istophobos. So, folks, we're in Syria Planum here, and we do see at the end of the scene where basically one guy dies, and there's another guy there to take the information he got. So it was hard-won information, secret intelligence, and then at the end of this scene, we do see a ranger emblem on his jacket. So, I don't know, Colin. Last time I was wondering, did they need to make this guy a ranger?
I was just thinking. Obviously, they would. But wouldn't it be neat if they had, with this actor's permission, obviously, if they'd, when they remade it, CGI'd that guy into Marcus? But it's an early period of Marcus before he comes in season 3. No, but no.
Well, I wasn't going there. I was saying that the Rangers.
It literally just occurred to me. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, unless we find some connection between the Rangers, we should have Rangers, and then what does that have to do with Lyta? Do we ever find out how Lyta gets it?
Yeah, that's the thing. We're going to have the conversation about Lyta coming up here in a moment. The thing that I was concerned about with this, and it's just small stuff. We love this show, folks. It's just like, Lyta comes and she talks about having worked for the Mars Resistance during this time between the pilot and now, where she's not on the series. She was working for the Mars Resistance. And would Mars Resistance look for info on Psy-Corps, like secret intelligence from them? Maybe, maybe not, but we don't know enough about them. The Rangers, yeah, they definitely kind of would, but how did she get in touch with a Ranger?
Yeah, I can see where a Ranger, thinking about it, I can see where a Ranger would have an interest in finding the information about Babylon 5.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, I'm not sure I agree with you. I can't necessarily see a connection between a Ranger and Lyta when we never, if I remember, as far as I recall, we never actually see a connection between them.
Yeah. And that's what I mean, because she doesn't mention them at all when she's talking to Sheridan. But at the same time, maybe this is at the stage where people only know little bits of information. Even Sheridan doesn't even know everything Delenn and Kosh know and all that. So things are still secretive stuff. I think they might have been better off just not having the emblem there. Just some dude.
I mean, because logically, if that's the information has got to get from the Ranger to Lyta, or there's two separate strings running.
Yeah, it could be just
look more official.
Or it could have been her. She does show up after getting off the ship with like bruises on her face and stuff. Maybe she could have been in this scene here, where someone gives her information that someone dies and she takes it. Then we don't have to wonder, well, how the hell did Rangers get info to her? And why were they communicating with her? And Mars Resistance, would they be in this? And that's the only people she's been associating with. I don't know. adds too many questions. It's just like, just put her there, have the dude die, and then she takes the info. There you go.
And or the alternative would be you see that she comes in, and then Gary Baldy is able to verify this by a separate channel because Gary Baldy's in contact with the Rangers. So that, you know, if you're going to have two streams, show two streams. You know. I mean, I think that you know, because they were totally believable. Okay, this information important. We need to get it to Babylon 5 whenever we can. Fine, we get it to Lyta Alexander. She can get it. We get it to the Rangers. That's two streams. If one of them fails, the other one no. Yeah.
Well, we're going to move on from this.
Yeah.
It's not worth just. I mean,
No.
I laid it out there.
It shows how good the show is.
Oh, I think they did it so that someone like you, years later, would be talking about that very same thing.
Yeah,
that is
could be
exactly
the plan.
why they did it.
That could be the plan.
But
this is the important line in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right there.
What?
Everybody loves a mirror in front of the toilet.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a line in the show, but I just threw that in because that's exactly what's going on. But at least you do see, you see Garibaldi there in the background. Well, they're having a little chat, but Garibaldi was sweeping the place for bugs, and they seem to be alone. I think we're alone now. And so they can chat, and Garibaldi's suggesting that we bring this Talia Winters on board with our little secretive plans and stuff. And, you know, we'll see how that idea goes. But in any case, that's what the talk's about. And then we have this lovely, at the beginning of the next scene, this lovely little dinner here between two non-Earth life forms. Oh, everything was pretty in the 90s. I think my dorm room had like lights like that and everything. But anyway, we have a lovely chat between these ladies, and I think we left off just after this scene, so this will be another quick summary. Yeah, but basically you do get in here, they're just chit-chatting back and forth about, you know, how they developed a friendship, but you get a feeling that it's something more than a friendship. Even Corwin kind of like radios in here, Ivanova's got to go, but, you know, as soon as she says, yeah, I got to leave now, Talia mentions, oh, by the way, I'm going to have to go looking for a room tonight because I have nowhere else to stay.
It was very obvious.
She's like, oh, well, you can stay at my pad. You know, why not? And so there we go.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't want to be a nuisance or anything.
She was going to go to Mr. Brown's sector. Apparently, it's very scary there.
Sorry, folks. I'm trying to do multiple tasks tonight in putting up your chats and stuff, and I don't have the chance to read them all. Hopefully, Istophobos doesn't divulge any secret intelligence that could get the Rangers in trouble here. But, we miss Liza. I really miss Liza, even though she only left this morning. She'll be back. She'll be back for Wednesday, though, folks. So we'll have her for Dragonheart on Wednesday for Scott Hovid.
Amongst other things, if I remember correctly, is that the author was actually JMS's wife at the time. So
really,
yeah, I believe so.
The author,
of
this episode.
No, the author of To Dream in the City of Shadows, Catherine Drennan, something like that.
I don't know. You're more than welcome to confirm since you brought it up. Maybe someone in the chat knows.
Well, I would read me picking up the book and actually looking at the author of the title, but I'm reasonably certain that that it was written by the lady who at the time was JMS's wife.
All right. Well,
which is why she should know if anyone should. You know what I'm saying.
Well, right now we know you're working from a computer where if you actually try to look it up on Google yourself, you might, lose contact with us. But anybody in the chat, if you want to help us out here, because because Colin decided to mention something he's not quite sure about. So
I'm not sure. I think the author's name is Catherine Drennan or something. I'm sure that she was JMS's wife. I'm not
At some
totally
point, yeah.
certain about her first name. Yeah.
All right.
there's
Well,
some time,
very good.
We're gonna just take your word on it and move on.
The only thing you can rely on here at Earworms is that we know what Yorkshire pudding is, and we know what spotted dick is.
Yeah.
It was interesting that you decided
Thank you,
last week to
Step.
pick that up in your grocery list.
Yeah.
Oh, is the Phobos? Did he
It
bring
was-
the
it was
facts
really
here?
good. Yeah. Yeah. He just said
Yes,
Captain
and
Andrea
yes.
Amos wrote to James.
A double
Thank
yes.
you, sir. CC. Oui. All right. So anyway, but that's a nice face right there. Look at that. She's like, all right. I got to pretend like I'm not as interested as I am. But anyway, here we go. We have ourselves a bit of ship porn, as we call it. Oh, I guess on YouTube you got to say ship porn.
Shit,
Well, too
porn.
late. Yeah, there we go. But this is what Lyta's coming in. Coming? What? All
But
right.
actually, hold on. That's a very interesting thought.
Oh yeah.
So I think Talia pushed Ivanova here.
Maybe.
That's just the same. And if somehow she's if
Yeah. Who took the lead? Was it Talia or Ivanova?
no. So I'm trying to think how to do this without spoiling the secret of this episode.
Mm.
Well, while you think about that,
Yeah,
I'm going to show some nice
yeah.
camera techniques here. We have our blur
Yeah.
and focus. Look at that. Look at that focus shift.
Yeah.
That's nice. Well, anyway, yeah, they realize the ship's coming in. There's one life form, and Garibaldi recognizes that one life form. Wow, look at that. She was in the pilot.
You're on it tonight, Lawrence.
Yeah. And this is
he's one of the
the
few people who actually was in the pilot.
well, that's the thing. I think at
The
this
Toronto.
point, did they even air the pilot yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
because
they
the-
did.
yeah,
It wasn't
the
those
pilot.
pilots that was just for but people would have had to remember it from over a year ago. No, 2 years ago, probably by this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's a flashback in case people weren't sure. So yeah, that's why I was thinking, because a lot of times pilots, people don't see them until it's like, later they roll it out. But this pilot was like a TV movie to try and get things going. And then here's her eyes. She gets to see Kosh. She's the only human being, I believe, that we know of who has seen Kosh inside his encounter suit. And so Garibaldi relays the story, and our good doctor is taking a look at her. She wakes up, as often people do when they wake up and see Franklin. They grab the nearest weapon and they say, "Hang on there, mister." But anyway,
the captain.
she wants to see the captain, and she does not want to see any of them one-on-one. It has to be, she needs other people around. I guess in Med Lab, there might be some staffers around there.
Very demanding that one is.
Yeah, and all
I
beat
wanna
up.
see everyone naked. Oh, no, you didn't say that.
All right. Well,
This is a family show.
yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with family nudity. What? Anyway, that came out wrong. All right. Well, Patricia Tallman here. She's used to action because she was also a stunt. What do you call stunt actress?
Stunt woman, I would say, but
A
stunt
stunt
performer.
woman.
Stunt woman.
Yeah, she did stunts. I
Ones
did
that get
remember
the shit
seeing
beat out
her
of 'em.
as like a med lab assistant, or they didn't call it med lab, but she worked in Brushear's lab in a couple episodes of Deep Space Nine, where maybe she had one line. It says, "Yes, doctor," and that's about it. But Colin read it off last time. Check out her IMDb. She's done a lot of stunt work and So another one of those working ladies in Hollywood. But, she knows the action.
That's
She
her
tells her
story.
story in the next scene. And I have the subtitles here, but we don't reenact things anymore, except it's Monty Python. But we will just reference any of these if any of you guys want to point it out. But basically, between the pilot and now, she was basically went to Mars because she
No.
was able to escape Psy-Core.
Yeah, no, she only escaped Psycho about 6 months ago. She said in the last one, I think.
Yeah, okay, 6 months ago.
Yeah,
But yeah, she was back in Psy-Core, didn't like it. Things really got dreary, and then she escaped. I guess she was probably on Syria Planum because they have a base there, the Psy-Core does, and that's where she probably escaped. Found refuge in the Mars Resistance. Doesn't mention the Rangers or anything, or even like this other organization that doesn't talk much about who they are. Helped me out. She doesn't know references at all, so we don't know how a Ranger decided, hey, this lady would be a great messenger rather than us bring it ourselves. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's cool to have Lyta Alexander come back, replace Talia Winters because they needed to. And I think that whole idea is cool. It's just that Ranger at the beginning just,
Yeah, definitely.
That's really bothering you, ain't it?
No, there's
Do you
not
need to
much
talk
else
about
to
it,
talk
Lawrence?
about yet. Yeah, there's not much else to talk about just yet. Sooner or later,
Sure, man.
but sooner or later, she's going to Vorlon space, and she's gonna I don't know, interact with them Vorlons.
Anywhere.
She says, "You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love." And they'll let me
I don't
in.
remember that.
I know it. They'll let her in. I know it. Well, we find out later. She does later tell her story of when she waited next to Vorlon space. Okay, yeah, she got to know the resistance on Mars. So anybody have anything else about this conversation? Basically her introducing what she's there for. And of course, the big thing is, warning to Babylon 5, one of you is a sleeper agent. One of you has an alternate personality buried within you that you don't even know about. And that personality, as soon as it receives a passphrase telepathically, will wipe out your personality. Everything you were up until the point of that moment will be just wiped like a bad floppy disk. And what will come out will be a sleeper personality that you don't know is in there. So it's one of those things that makes you go, that could ruin my day.
Bummer,
man.
Yeah. It does make you wonder a little bit though that okay, so they're saying that, but how long does this thing take? Because if it's a longish process, then the only people even potentially likely to be the agent are Sheridan and Zach.
Yes, she did say, just for our audience's sake there, in case you forgot, but she did say, yeah, the closer to the top of the pyramid, so to speak, the better. Yeah. That's where the sleeper agent would be. It's not just some schlub cleaning out the methane breathers.
But obviously wasn't, it's someone there, but it's obviously not someone. The point is, how long does this? How did I actually know about this? But okay, fine, that's it. But how long does it take? Because if it takes a reasonable and appreciable amount of time to do it, which it seems it would do, most of the cast have been on Babylon 5 since season 1, start of season 1, right? It would had to have happened when they were off on leave or something. The only people who have come on, or it would have happened before in the beginning, before the season started.
Yeah, well, it could have happened before they even got stationed there, but not likely, because you would figure whatever this sleeper intelligence is, I don't know that she says it, and I should have been reading my own subtitles here as notes. But the thing is, one gets the impression it has to be kind of like with the current agenda of Psychor, so it couldn't have been too far back.
Well, although
Maybe.
having said that, something I read, I think that when the was first out, suggests it is actually a long-term one. Because in fact, does it not get mentioned that it was a few episodes later? It gets mentioned that it was a while ago because it was pre a certain other Psychor character.
Well, yeah, Sheridan does have a suggestion in a little bit. He says, well, maybe it was your second there, Garibaldi. Somebody like that. I mean, fairly close to high up. It doesn't have to be one of them, but someone close to it. And,
But
one does get an impression later that it's like, well, maybe one of them, you figure there's going to be times where they do have some time off and it could happen.
Yeah. So it depends on how long it takes.
But anyway, Ivanova's not sure that, she might be making this all up. What? Because the whole thing is to scan for it is Lyta sends the password telepathically, and either if you got it, all of a sudden that personality wakes up and you get wiped and all that. But, Ivanova doesn't like telepaths, and she doesn't want to have her mind entered, even if it's just sending a password.
I would say the big question there is, how do you have the password? That I think is the big one there. That's the big MacGuffin in a way.
Well, it looks like the information that was gathered at the beginning of the show was probably just data crystal or some sort of information.
Somehow had the password on it. Yeah.
So they got the plan.
Yeah.
Now, how she got the password, we don't know. That's what I mean. The way they did that intro, it's like there's a lot of questions. It's like, well, how did she get the password? One assumes that she got the information that these Rangers found, but I don't know. They just kind of left that out, and
they don't tell us how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that sci-fi fans want to know.
It's probably one of the cutout scenes.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Maybe
the show was running too long, and they said, "Well, we'll just cut that out." And years later, some guy named Lawrence will be wondering, "What the hell? How did that happen?"
Yeah.
Well, Ivanova's
right
not into this whole
pissed.
idea. Yeah, she's not into this idea. She's like, no way in hell. But they're going to talk about it. Oh, nice outdoor shot here. Look at that.
I think she's hiding something.
Well, Ivanova, oh boy, she gets mysterious in this episode. They do. One good thing they did in this episode is to try and give you some misdirection,
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Sheridan's troubled. And here comes Delenn. Are you all right? She doesn't sing everything's all right. Oh, Flav. Is Flav going to keep us up to date with the score? England is playing Mexico right now.
It's password, all caps. Password, all caps. But
hey,
the question
Eraserhead, what's up?
But the question is,
Flav,
the question is it the word password in caps, or is the password quote password space all space caps close quotes?
Well, I don't know. I hope you didn't just share your passwords with us. All right, there we go. We have also with us here. Of course, Flab's still with us. He'll be keeping us abreast of things, I think. Art and Party. What is this? I'm sorry, folks. I am not good at the sharing chats thing because I don't see well, and Liza normally does it. She'll be back Wednesday, folks. Alonzo Mosley. Thanks for joining us.
I wasn't laughing.
Hello.
Flav just put in Colin. Yes.
Colin. Yeah.
That's my question about the passwords. Colin, yes.
All right. So anyway, let's summarize this. But this was a good scene. Sheridan and Delenn, they have this growing little spark, and we get another little spark here. He's having a rough day, as one would with news like that. It could be him. It could be any of his command staff. It could be anybody that has this.
No, but I'm going to anyway.
And then we get hung up on some lost in translation stuff here. But what? He's like, I don't know what he said, but he mentioned his butt, right? Life decided to kick him in the butt.
Kick him in the butt.
And she's like, but what? What? Who's on first? But what?
Yeah.
I do not understand.
But yeah, she doesn't understand.
What to my butt?
No, not the land. Well, anyway,
Well, remember, Lawrence, I have jumped from somewhere in season 1 to episode 19 in season 2. So I don't know how long she's been smitten for him, but it took me all of 5 seconds to go. She's got the hots for him.
They did it gradually. There was the previous
they're clearly
episode.
Not all the way there yet.
Oh yeah, it was very gradual. In fact, it's something that still takes some more time. So they did it great in this show. The gradual, shall we say, feelings that develop were done very well. It made you feel like you're on the road somewhere and you're not sure if it's really going there or not.
Well,
they
don't seem like they're there. They are there yet.
Well, that's it. It's the journey.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was my point.
Okay.
She's got the hots for him.
Maybe. Well, anyway, it's cutie stuff where they're talking about the word butt, and then she starts saying some things that are kind of funny and silly because she doesn't know what the word means. Something about motor butts. Oh, and you did have a butt trumpet as your avatar earlier, Mike, but
well, yeah, I did that for Liza, and she's not here, so.
Oh well.
And we're not on Monty Python, so
But
I put up the best picture of me I could find.
Well, after the cute little chatter back and forth, we do arrive at the first official, not a hand clasping, but an almost complete hand holding.
Yeah.
Last week we did have a hand clasping kind of. This week it's a hand holding. So there we go.
I think it's classy that they're taking this gradual and not one of these, she touches his hand and they throw their clothes off and, go at it.
Well, she's Mimbari.
Did either of you gents ever catch the TV series of Alien Nation?
That's
No.
Well, they're not bloody peasants.
No, because they actually have. It just reminded me of that they actually have in the TV series of Alien Nation. They have a similar slow romance storyline, and they actually write physical differences between races into the script. That's the only reason I'm asking. Is as you say, Mike? They take it slow. It develops. An Alien Nation, the TV show, does the same. It develops it. Well, I say slowly-ish. I mean, it's only one. I think it got cancelled after one series, but again,
that was a great show too. I loved that show.
Yeah.
Which one?
Alien Nation.
Well, wait a minute. Before, I thought you didn't know about it.
Who? About Alien Nation?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said.
No, it sounded like at first you didn't hear of it. Like I didn't hear of it, but then you realize it that you did.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. now I'm confused.
Maybe it was Lawrence. Maybe you spoke. It was only Lawrence I heard say.
Well, I don't think I caught exactly what. Anyway, moving right.
Welcome to miscommunication on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I have the comments up. I got to play some media
now. That would be a good show
too.
To do some year.
Oh yeah.
There we
There.
The
go.
film, the TV shows, the TV movies, the books, got them all.
Well, that was the classy thing. They didn't just cancel it. They had the movie that wrapped it up,
Yeah,
and then a couple more.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then they Firefly. did
that's how I
something,
always feel. If I like a show, it gets canceled.
Yeah.
I thought
Well,
it was a
cliffhanger was
genius
usual again.
myself.
I like classy shows.
At least ours was committed. It wasn't just a string of pussy jokes.
That was
Commitment.
well, man, Python. That's the classiest group around.
Oh, indeed.
Nothing but.
So I got to check things. Man, this releasing chats is hard, man.
Well,
Liza's job, man, you got to respect it. Okay, so here we go. Let us
you'll be
continue
sending
on.
her a message later on.
Oh, yeah, we'll be calling tonight. Yeah, she's down in Miami with her folks. Stuff needs to be taken care of.
Family
let's
first,
see.
man.
Yep. What's going on here? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, they're talking about this thing. Like, Sheridan's not sure. He even suggests it could have been like Garibaldi's second who tried to silence him, so to speak, or Minecraft him. We got to use YouTube words, you know?
Yeah.
So it could be that. And Garibaldi's like, yeah, that's reasonable. I don't know. But either way, he doesn't like this whole thing, but he does trust Lyta, I guess, because thank goodness he had prior experience. Thank goodness they were both in that pilot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any reason to trust her because,
What were they doing in that pilot?
Well, they didn't do anything wrong. I mean,
Well,
Uh-huh.
he
How do
is,
you know those scenes weren't cut out?
Garibaldi is the only command staff level officer who was in the pilot.
Yep.
All of the others were new to the series after the pilot.
And Sheridan wasn't even in season 1.
Yeah. But the Doctor, Ivanova, neither of those were in the pilot.
Yeah. Only Sid Barrett was there in the pilot.
That's right, Sid Barrett.
All right. So anyway, we're going to move on from this, but basically we get the setup that they feel they got to do it. They got to go ahead with this password sending thing. And of course, that's got Ivanova all disturbed. She's beating up cabinets and stuff. And Talia points that out, you know, that cabinet will never bother us again. After she had her first actual water shower in a long time. Because remember, only the command staff gets real water showers. Everyone else gets a vibe shower. I don't know how that works. I don't know what kind of vibrations can get sweat off of you without hurting stuff. But in any case.
Oh, so she's a rather sham. They're both
Don't
still
be jealous.
happy wearing their dressing gowns. Yes.
Yep. Well, they're having coffee and talking stuff. Oh, they're talking about Lyta because Ivanova doesn't trust her.
No, they're having tea.
Oh, tea?
Tea. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Oh, man, you're great. I mean, you remember this episode. Wow.
Yeah.
I did. I told you. I watched it. I'm not on the show under false pretenses, Lord.
I warned you.
I'll tell you what I noticed. I don't know, maybe it's just lingers to me, but she says that's one closet that will never threaten us again.
Yeah,
Kind
but
of.
she's assuming things like you know, this living arrangement just might last.
Yeah,
when it's
I'm thinking,
supposed
yeah,
to be
supposed
just until her place
Yeah.
gets fixed.
I mean, it might be a sort of more generic us or whatever threaten anyone again. But I noticed that. But as I said, I mean, maybe that's the.
Well, Colin, he's paying attention to the details there.
That's right.
Oh, do we have
maybe that's just the-
we have El Swapero in the chat? Folks,
Oh, swappers!
yeah, folks,
Oh,
if you haven't been checking out Star Wars Retold on YouTube, please do. I do have them in the description. So the link's there. And of course, Swappers, you could drop it in the chat. if you feel so inclined.
Better
I've been
than the
spreading
original,
around
man.
some of these AI generated toy images that Swappers has been sharing.
Mm.
They're pretty cool. And some of those are original characters, folks. You imagine that? Kenner coming back and producing some of Swapper's characters.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we have here these
Now we
ladies talking and stuff about Lyta. Ivanova doesn't trust her. And Talia doesn't really know her that well, just that she was nice. Seemed like a nice girl, you know. She was working with the Psychops, though, and decided that wasn't for her. We get Lyta's end of that story later, but really no big disagreement here. It's just she seems all right, you know. But Ivanova doesn't trust any telepath except for this one in front of her after a long time, you know. And it took a while. Basically, Talia had to see the light about some things Psy-Core related. But anyway, there we go. So she
Mm.
Man,
does
for a
get
minute,
closer there.
no shit. I thought she was going to kiss her for a moment there. I thought, oh, we're going somewhere with this. And then she didn't. I was so disappointed.
Well,
She
I
did.
guess
She got up really close.
Yeah. She got up in her kitchen.
Certainly hinted at Eraser. It certainly hinted at.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what they were going. I mean,
Right.
these are well-developed characters. They're not there just to be, you know, woman and woman, a relationship.
Not just a pretty face.
Yeah, they're well-developed. And so I think it was cool, you know, because it's like they have another aspect to them. They're already established characters. It's just, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I could see why each one is attracted to the other, because I would be too. You know what I mean? All right. Well, anyway,
Definitely.
what are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Well, he's just transferring. Our good friend Jeff Conway, who keeps appearing in the guest stars credits. I mean, they should put him in the show. You know, he once again shows up with his armband on, you know, his Night Watch armband. He's just going to be transferring the prisoner or whatever. And Garibaldi says, hey, how long are you going to be wearing that? And he's like, well, hey, as long as Earth Force is going to be paying me to wear this, I'll wear it. And it's
That's
like,
right.
okay, okay. That could become a problem later. Oh, we have posters. What is that? Delicate Sound of Thunder.
Total, I think it's a total eclipse.
A total eclipse of the heart.
Somehow I knew that was coming.
Well, we don't get overt examples, but we do see here that.
Well, you could say later on in the series that Lyta's holding out for Hero as well.
Oh, Bonnie Tyler, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks, if you're saying wonderful things in the chat and I'm missing your chats, but it's hard. I don't know how Brown does it. Like showing chats and hosting a stream at the same time, because I don't know.
I think that's why, especially the larger his channels, you can't have someone who's who's a producer who's just
because Mr. Brown's the man.
Yeah, Mr. Brown can do it all by himself, man. He just has it down. He's Mr. Smooth. Well, anyway, Ivanova's missing. She's missing.
I think that kind of answers the Razorhead's question.
And what was that?
Around this time, the JMS was toying with the lesbian relationship between the two characters, right? Let me see. She wakes up and finds the bed empty, next to her empty. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty big hint.
Well, that's one area where Deep Space Nine took it a little further.
Yeah.
Of course, that involved the Trill being inside.
Yeah.
So does that count then when it's a Trill?
It's an interesting question.
All right. So anyway, we do have here. Well, these guys look like a real combo. he's got like a foot on her, a foot and a half. But anyway, here's the
Yes, he
guards
does.
come to
He's a very
take
tall
Talia.
man.
Yeah. Here comes guards to take Lyta to another cell. And she's like, yeah, it's getting whiffy in here. I'm ready to go. So they take her, and while they take her, red. We see red. That's emergency lighting. So someone killed the lights, at least in that hallway, got a gun, and it looks like a feminine glove there.
I was going to say, yeah, I hadn't noticed that before. Big
Well,
hint
it's
there,
a flash. I had to screenshot it.
Yeah. A subtle hint there, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh, Ivanova's gone missing. I wonder what's up. Well, anyway, we'll. I mean, some pretty cool scenes here. Look at that. I like how that thing's growing out of there. Looks like you're growing a light plant. All right. So she does some firing and stuff. No, whoever was the gun lady did some firing and stuff, but Lyta gets away. The two guards didn't. One's dead, one's injured. And so here we go. These guys are like, okay, now we got a problem. There was an attempted murder here, and Lyta's gone. She's missing. We don't know where she is. And so, yeah, we lost one guard and the other's in med lab. So they're trying to figure this out, what's going on here. And of course, you know, Ivanova's really doesn't like any of this to begin with, much less this. And now Sheridan's like, okay, I was just about convinced myself this wasn't a thing, but now he's sure this has got to be real. Because why would you try to kill someone that doesn't know anything, or, you know, something's got to be up. So,
alternatively, I would argue we dealt with false flag. It was two people involved, because we know she didn't get shot. But
false flag, yeah. No, you didn't need swappers for that potential option. So how's it going for England? I bet it's going to be 0-0 to the half, and then the referees are going to start doing something. Sorry, just been seeming. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, just so you know, the reason why Liza isn't here today is a FIFA ref decided to red card her. So, our leading goal scorer can't be joining us tonight. She had to sit this one out. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what she doesn't know. What is this? Yeah, so that's where he's saying with this incident, I'm inclined to believe her now. Ivanova's resisting, and one person might conclude, okay, Ivanova was missing in bed, and now she's upset. She doesn't like this to begin with. Maybe. Now, they do know her backstory if they've been following the series, so they know she has good reason to be upset with the Psi Corps and everything. But I don't know when. But still, she wasn't in bed. And now she's really trying to, and plus they did plant that in our head. They planted that option in our head that, you know, this personality could work beneath the scenes and kind of manipulate the person without them knowing it subconsciously, where they're really against this because they don't want to be found, that sort of thing. So
I'll tell you what, I mean, if you sort of take a step back and look a little bit meta, I wonder how many people in the audience in the 90s when this was first broadcast really thought that it might be one of the named characters. Really thought it might be another command. Any of the people whose names appear in the credits.
Well, they were hinting Ivanova this whole time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, what I'm saying is, I mean, these days, some things like Game of Thrones and other things, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know, you expect, but that's what I'm saying, back in the 90s, I wonder how many people were thinking, well, it can't be any of those because they're the, you know, they're the names in the credit titles. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, yeah, of course, you're going to think that. But you know that people do leave shows.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's a possibility, and it's getting to the end of the season, so it's possible. And they're trying to broadcast Ivanova there.
I'm trying to think about 30 years ago. So yeah.
Yeah. So
The
let me
game was
see.
delayed by an hour, Lawrence.
The game was delayed by an hour.
Storms. Oh, yeah, you
Oh.
just put it. Yes, storms.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
Like they had to stop it. Did it start yet, or
Just
they
said delayed.
never started?
Delayed.
Yeah.
Is kind of. Yep, they have not started.
Well,
I
it
thought they
looks
played
like
in anything.
it looks like England's going to be staying up late tonight. But anyway, what is this? A Macintosh?
Good thing they have that earworms training.
Yeah.
Because they've been staying up late to watch earworms.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
What's this? A Macintosh we have in front of us? One of those little screens?
No,
Yeah.
I think it's a Yakintosh.
Well, in any case, Delenn is kind of like giving.
Klingon?
It's funny what they did here. Well, this would be Minbari because it's Delenn, and she's actually responding to a message here, and it's the Lumati again. The guys
Lumati?
that the guys that seal contracts by
Boom
bonking.
shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
Yeah, the boom shakalakas, and they she's like giving them like, well, we regret to inform you that after our most recent diplomatic. She doesn't say it, but you know that what they're basically implying there for those of us who pay attention, that it's like, oh yeah, the Lumati tried that with the Minbari and it didn't work. And so, yep, you'll find that out, Mike, when you get back to that one. But anyway.
Okay. Well, I had to wonder this whole show. I got kind of suspicious because I wondered, where the hell's Londo?
Oh, he's just not in this one.
That's very suspicious, man.
Well, next week he does come back, and he comes back with fervor.
Yeah. The next 3 episodes are, well, I mean, this is a good one, but the next 3 are.
Yeah, they're all main story hardcore.
Yeah.
So anyway, she gets interrupted there because it's Lyta, and Lita's like, I'm in all kinds of trouble. It can't get worse than this. But I remember you from the pilot when you had a different hairdo.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you could help me out a little bit? Yeah. But she needs Delenn's help, She doesn't want to be around any of the command staff if there's just one of them and whatever. People just try to kill her. She doesn't know who to trust here. But Delenn, you were nice. You had a nice, kindly voice. So let's see if we can do something. So she uses Delenn as a way to convey a message to the command staff that, all right, we got to do this thing, but I can't be alone with any one of you. So then Delenn is going to be the messenger. And then we have here, Talia is like checking in with Ivanova, seeing how she's doing.
You were gone. Where did you go?
Where were you last night? Yep. Well, this is for the audience, so the audience suspects Ivanova. Yep.
She needed some air. She went outside for a bit.
Station.
She went outside and had a smoke.
Yeah.
It's an expression.
Yeah.
I just needed to get out of here for a little bit. So many things on my mind.
Get some fresh air. Have a cigarette.
Oh, maybe she meant that she was at the Fresh Air Cafe, which is on the station. No.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the THC bar?
What? Only Delta 8.
Kick off in 25 minutes. Gotta get going.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, man. That's bedtime for me.
Yeah, I know. Mike will have to be departing shortly.
Well, you're doing pretty good, Lawrence. I'm impressed. You're moving right along.
Yeah.
Doing a good job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody, let's hear it for Lawrence. Yay! Now get on with it.
No. Oh,
She's
man.
here for her. Boy, this this episode excuse me, this episode was quite feminine, wasn't it? Now a lot of female interaction.
There's also on rewatching this episode. Once you know what happens, it can sort of give us. You can sort of potentially put a different spin on some of the things that happen in the episode. But since people may not know what the thing is, I won't do that yet.
All right. Well, thank you for the mystery box there, Colin.
I'm just thinking. I mean, if there's any, I don't know if there's anybody in chat that hasn't actually seen the episode and doesn't know what the.
I have a feeling if the chat are mostly people that have seen it, they're hanging out with us, waiting for England and Mexico to do their thing. But
yeah, I'm the only dunce in the crowd.
No, you're not a dunce. You just you came in to, you know.
I'm jealous. You're watching this for the first time, man. You got to watch
Yeah,
this for
unfortunately,
the first
he
time.
skipped like most of season 2 because he didn't have access to it. It's not his fault that Tubi discontinued the Babylon 5, and now you got to pay for it like on YouTube, and nobody wants to give YouTube money to, you know.
No, but Lawrence took care of me once again. Yay!
But anyway,
so I can go back later and watch the other ones. But right now, I'm going to right now I want to see number 20.
Okay. Yeah, well, you might want to go back and do some of them before you go too far ahead and just oh no. Well, I saw things out of order to begin with. I didn't discover it until late, and I watched reruns at the same time as watching current episodes. It still holds together. But anyway, these guys, look at these side aliens. Yeah, but they're nice. They're cool. All right, what are we doing here? All right, Delenn delivers the message. Lyta doesn't want to be alone with any of you, but she needs to have a meeting. And she doesn't know the content of it because it's not the Minbari way to pry. We saw that in the newspaper scene earlier.
Yeah.
Well, she would be willing to do it if, well, whatever. Any case. So he says, all right, we'll meet with her, tell her when, and we'll do it. I guess in the conference room, command staff conference room. And so there we go. It's all set up. It's established. What are we doing here? We're looking at nice knickknacks.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. No, he's visiting. He's visiting Ivanova. He wants to know why she's so resistant.
She let herself in.
Oh, that's right. Man, you're great at this memory stuff.
Not usually.
No, but I'm hoping mine gets better. I did have a medication change that could account for it. So, well, not change, pretty much getting off. So hopefully my memory will get back. Yes. Getting off, getting off. Am I just showing the same chat over and over again because there hasn't been any new ones?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think they're all getting geared up, though, man. We better roll along here. It's
all
time
right.
for our heart-to-heart anyway.
Yeah, they have a heart-to-heart, but we basically... Yeah, go ahead, Colin.
I was going to say that is that the Robert Wagner Stephanie same TV show, or is that? And I can't remember. Was it Berlin did that song?
Doom 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 doom.
Turn your heart to heart.
Doom doom doom.
Is it Build This City? What was that?
We built this city.
Was that the one that's coming when you're heart to heart? I can't remember.
No, heart to heart. I barely remember that show. That I was too young.
Yeah. Just no, there's a song got the line. It's something when you're heart to heart. I think it's We Built the City, but I'm not sure. When you're
I think there was a line about heart to heart in Built This City. I think so. Yeah. But right now you're annoying Mike, because that was a reincarnation of a band that had some good stuff.
Now your memory's up to speed.
Well, that's after the fact.
There's a reason Yorma and Jack left.
Starship was the Jefferson Starship, isn't it?
They
Yeah.
did not like the direction the band was going.
But I remember, what was it? There was that in between. It was called Jefferson Starship. And that in between made the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Oh, was this? Oh, I was someone before Jefferson. I thought Jefferson. I knew it was Jefferson Starship. I didn't know there was one before that.
Jefferson Airplane was the original.
Oh yeah, well, oh right, yes, I have heard.
Then it was Jefferson Starship,
Starship.
and then it was
Starship is
just
the one after
Starship.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to a point where Grace Slick wasn't even with. Who was left? Paul Kantner, maybe. I don't know. I lost. I went the way of Yorma and Jack. Hot tuna, baby.
One has to be. Well, actually, toasted bread for a tuna sandwich is desirable, but I like to keep.
Oh no,
tuna
man,
cold.
hot tuna. I've seen them a few times. I did see Jefferson Airplane when they did the. Was it? What year was that? They did the reunion, 85 or something. They had a reunion and had all the original band members. But anyway,
Yeah, wow.
they're different bands in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully folks are watching the chat on their own, because I'm not keeping up with this. Sorry, folks. It's hard for me to multitask.
And if you don't believe me, go ask Alice.
Alice.
Who the
Cooper?
fuck is Alice? So do you know that there was? Have you heard that one?
No.
Oh, there was a song. I can't remember who did it. It was Living Next Door to Alice, right? It was 24 years of Living Next Door to Alice. Years later, someone did a parody, which was "Who the fuck is Alice?" it was literally meant to be a reply
Just ask
to parody
Grace.
to, yeah,
She'll tell you.
literally meant to be a parallel to Living Next Door to Alice. And it was, "Who the fuck is Alice?"
Alice.
I don't know. I was thinking Alice Cooper.
Well, that's a good Alice too.
Well, in any case, Ivanova's telling her story here, and it turns out it's more than just her mother was a telepath, and
She's a latent telepath.
Well, Ivanova herself is a latent telepath. And
right.
Her mother told her telepathically, don't tell anyone, nobody. But she's telling Sheridan right now, because in the previous scene, Talia told her that there's plenty of people around you that care for you. And so that opened the door. So she shared.
And the rest
with
is
Sheridan.
history.
Yeah. And we do have Sir Flavius X here. X Flavius X. So he's no longer Flavius
Uh-oh,
X.
it started. We're going to lose them.
Oh, no, they can listen to us.
He's correcting his chat line of path, I think.
Well, here's the thing. Do you really want to hear BBC sports presenters?
No.
So listen
I
to
don't
us
watch
and watch
BBC
the game. Watch the
anything.
match.
Not for the last 10 years.
I was
There
listening
has
to
been a
Brown
great
while
sports
watching
announcer since
Norway
Howard
versus
Cosell.
Brazil.
Mhm.
Howard Cosell.
This is Howard Cosell.
And I'm vibrating right now. But yeah, I was watching Norway versus Brazil while listening to Brown.
Jefferson interdimensional transport swappers.
Yeah, that's a
Starship?
Swappers chat right here. What is he talking about?
What comes after Starship though? Start off with an airplane, then escalate to something that traveled in space. What's that? Yeah, Jefferson interdimensional transporter.
You're right. They had nowhere to go, which was
Jefferson
probably
time
a good
machine.
thing.
Jefferson time machine. Yeah, go back. Well, when the lineup changes there.
Oh,
Jefferson wormhole.
Jefferson Transwarp Drive. Oh, there was one
Thomas
guy
Jefferson.
that was in the writing room at Voyager, and he has a podcast he does now named Guard Goldsmith. And he was talking about when he was in that writing room in Voyager, and they came up with, was it Transwarp Drive or is some other super warp thing that was better than ordinary warp? with Tom Paris and all that. And
Oh Lord, yes.
yeah, he's like, he did mention to one of the lead writers, it's like, okay. And he had to drop it as a hint. He's like, okay, so that'll be great then when they get back to the Alpha Quadrant. They won't need warp drive anymore. And he just kind of let it there. And the writer's like, one of the head writers is like, yeah, we got to fix that.
So I've just worked out what it is. I've just worked out what the missing scene in that atrocious episode of Voyager is.
What?
Well, Paris and Janeway come across a witch who turns them into newts.
Oh, that's right. I found out tonight that Gavin was turned into a newt.
Apparently he got better, I hope.
Oh, I think we can find out right here. Let's see. I alphabetized everything to make it easier, but I don't know. Nothing's easy.
I'm in no need of a doctor, so take your leeches elsewhere.
That's what he says to Bedivere. Well, anyway, we continue on. I guess we've already summarized it. She's a latent telepath, probably not even a P1, but she can sense things, and she doesn't want to be caught, because even she would probably be taken into Psy-Corps and made a janitor or something, or they'd put her on the sleepers, or they'd do all sorts of nasty things. Probably also find out what's going on in her mind and what's going on in the command staff here. So, but Sheridan says,
she has no problem. She has no problem sleeping with the telepath.
Yeah, but she got to know her. It's been a while. It's been over a season and almost 2 seasons. So yeah, I mean, I can kind of see it. It does work. She doesn't know this telepath, and she knows that Talia's not down with the course. She doesn't know about Lyta, really. She kind of, she heard her story, so she knows that Lyta is kind of on the run from the course, so that's a good sign, but she's still worried. She doesn't want anyone finding out she's a telepath, basically. Partially. Little bit. Little small rocks. But in any case, Sheridan says, well, Garibaldi trusts her, so that must mean something.
That's good enough for me.
Well, not completely, but it helps. Oh, what is this? Bright white. We have a flashback. Oh, yeah. At the end of this conversation, this must have thrown you off, Mike, when you saw this. As a reminder flashback of communication that might have been from Kosh or something like that, but one of those surreal abstract dreams. And that's where she says, do you know who I am? And it's like, this might have been it. This might have been what that meant, that, yeah, she's a telepath. And I didn't know that before. She's been keeping it secret. And that does burn at you, for Ivanova. It's one thing that probably does burn inside. It's like, they don't know I'm a telepath, but I can't tell them, that sort of thing. But anyway, here we go. The lens set it up. And she brought the stunt double over. And you need me here? No, that's all right. I'm sure I'll be good now.
I'm good.
Yep. So there you go. So what are we going to do? Yeah, let's try this out. Send the password. Do it to me first, because I can't ask anyone else to do it unless I've done it myself. So she gives him the look. Do 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 do. Doom doom doom. Doom doom doom. I don't know why I'm singing that, but you mentioned Berlin earlier. Yeah, and it didn't work. I mean, basically, she tried Sheridan, didn't work. It's like, what are you doing? When are you going to start? I already did it. You're clean. Then she tries Franklin, and once again, nothing happens. He's clean.
Resting telepath face.
And then it's Garibaldi's turn. Mr. Garibaldi. And so he hands over his
Yeah, I notice he's
sidearm.
the only one that actually hands over his weapon. He's one that thinks, okay, well, if it is me,
That's thinking.
I thought that
Yeah.
was classy.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But if you
It's
think
like,
about
Sheridan, did you forget? Or do you not have one on you? I don't know.
it, it's also that, but also if you think about it, if he was the person that won, he would not do that. The implanted personality wouldn't let him do that.
You're right. Oh, but he gave them a run for their money.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's like,
She's like-
oh, man. I wasn't expecting that.
Nobody expect. Oh no, wait.
Nobody expects Gavin's Inquisition.
Boo, gotcha.
You got to do better, Senator. All right. So,
She is not amused.
yeah, she's like, damn it. Well, she also knows she's technically next.
He's trying to suppress laughter. It's funny, but I'm not gonna laugh.
Sheridan's like, don't you?
He's
do
gonna
this
shoot
again.
himself.
So anyway, he does slip in there. We're going to skip Ivanova for now. So Sheridan's trying to help her out. Let's see if we can find this sleeper agent before we have to try Ivanova. And so they start calling in people, and that's where I took some liberties with it, because they're just calling person after person, saying, good job. That's it. It's like, you call me in just to tell me good job? What? Don't mind this redhead staring at the back of your head. So, yeah, it's just like, you wanted to see me, sir, all this stuff. And as you see, it's like a string of extras that just come in. And it's like, all right, who's this guy? This guy's not important, is he? What's going on here? And, yeah. And
Well,
then,
one of them was Corwin and one of them was Zach, but yeah.
well, I know, but
I just
as
said,
it
but then
goes
you
on,
get-
we get
yeah.
extras, yeah. As it goes on, and we see exterior shots showing time is passing, and this is what, Zip? Oh, yeah, this is where I took some some liberties here. This guy actually thinks zip and then fasten. When we learned from season 1, it's fasten then zip. What does this one say? Yeah, she touches every donut in the box.
Mm.
You don't
She can
want that
touch my
kind of
donut.
coworker. You don't want that kind of coworker. I don't even
Vibe
remember
dry
what
his
I
hands. What does he vibe dry?
Okay.
I'm gonna have
Yes.
to look into this vibe
This-
drying thing.
Yeah,
Good
and here's
Star
the guy
Fury
that called a Star Fury an X-Wing at one point, and that's what got the show in trouble.
Hmm.
Yep. And then her, I mean, look at that face. She's jealous. Talia should have picked her.
She needs
not
to let her
her.
hair down.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I went a little too crazy here, but I needed to do
Yeah, well, that
something.
apparently that's what Lyta thinks. Oh
Yeah,
God, Lawrence
look at
went
that.
crazy here. What's up with this?
Oh, man. All right. So, Garibaldi's just checking on her. How you doing? I'm all right.
When is she gonna cave and tell him that she loves him?
Garibaldi? Well, she's with Talia right now. You can't
Ooh, a
switch
threesome.
teams that quickly.
Ooh, a threesome. This show is getting exciting.
Oh, man. So, yeah, it goes on. But she's saying the further you get from the top, the less likely it's going to be that that's the person. And, pretty soon everyone's like, hey, Ivanova didn't go yet. What's going on here? And they're giving each other kind of looks back and forth. And Lyta implies it right here. And Ivanova's like, you best turn that head around, sister.
Mm.
And Franklin's
She
like,
was
well,
thinking naughty words.
Franklin's always the peacemaker. He's like, oh, she's not implying anything. Come on. And she's like, well, that's something that this personality would say to try and put me off the trail. And she's like, ooh, that gets her really going. Oh, man. And we're about to have a cat fight here, but
A lot of
Sheridan's
good
like,
faces.
Yeah, Sheridan's
the
like,
old
no.
days.
No. And then Garibaldi comes in with the humor, of course. It's like, I think we could all sing Kumbaya. You know, he's like, shut up, Michael. And she's like, okay, I'll do it. I'm sick of the bad jokes. Let's do it. Let's get it over with. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. All right. And then
She's blocking me.
she's blocking me. She must be a telepath.
You bloody bitch.
Sheridan, it was a dramatic moment. They timed it well.
That's enough.
Sheridan's going to comfort her. She's like, oh, boy. And, yeah, Lita's like, sorry. And she's like, go to hell.
Of course she's clean. She got water.
Go to hell. And then, who's this walking in? Who's waltzing in? And then Lita's like, oh, maybe I'll give you the $10 stare.
Ooh. She's stoned.
Boom, 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 boom. What was that? Last night, my father and I, basically after eating, were just sitting there, and then all of a sudden, this Salt and Pepper came on. I guess they were on the, I guess they were the Independence Day entertainment for a little while. The Salt and Pepper. Pump up the jam. Pump it up while your feet are stomping. Well, anyway, we are a music stream. That's why we call ourselves Earworms. All right. Talia, are you all right?
My
Are you
God,
all right?
it's her.
I thought you named yourself after the bug in Star Trek 2.
Oh,
Give me my
well,
gun.
that's what everyone thought, but it was hidden. Well, you know, there's that saying. It's a term. Supposedly, it's the British that use it more often than us.
Well, possibly,
An
yeah,
earworm.
definitely. Yeah.
Actually, it was Jay
This is
Goodwin's
where,
idea.
Leonard
I don't
Skinner
know.
should have came in.
Oh,
Give me
yeah?
3 steps. Give me 3 steps, mister. Give me 3 steps toward the door.
Huh. I thought it would be Sweet Home Alabama all the way.
Ah, screw that.
What are skies? Also what? Also blue.
You blew my cover, you bitch. You're dead.
Yeah. Oh,
She didn't say it, but she's thinking it.
well. Oh, she knows. Well, that's also a
You're
threat
dead.
coming straight from Psycor. You know, because now that new personality's there, the questioning of Psycor is gone. Talia Winters is no longer with us. It's now whoever this is, the hidden sleeper. I don't know, Sleeping Beauty, whatever. Whoever that Psycor personality is. So it's like you're a dead woman, Lyta Alexander. So now Lyta really is wanted by the Psycor. Now here's the thing that's interesting. I mean, we do get this later here, and I might as well get to it. Basically, in the office afterwards, Garibaldi, Franklin, and Sheridan all talk about it. Sheridan just says, put her under house arrest here. I would say just put her in the regular brig, but whatever. She needs to have that scene with Ivanova.
For what? What's she going to put in the brig for? I suppose would be the question, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, there's got to be a procedure for when you find there's a sleeper agent that maybe you just put them in the regular brig.
Maybe she wasn't at the time, Gavin.
Who wasn't?
Gavin said, why didn't Jace Lionheart know she was a sleeper? I said, maybe at the time she wasn't. Possibly, but that's a good point.
Which
Why?
Which Ironside are you talking about?
No, Jason Ironheart, you know, the one that gave her the extra powers.
Oh, Ironheart.
Yeah.
Okay. You said Ironsides, and I was thinking
also?
Jacob Ironsides, and I was like, well, Jacob, yeah, he's
Or for
streaming
the- or for-
Babylon 5, but he knows.
Or for that matter, what about the Vicar and Kosh? Was there something that did Kosh know? Did Kosh and the Vicar find out something when he?
Yeah,
when
this
they
is where we
came in?
do get into a bit of a serious discussion. I'll set it up here. Sheridan's like, all right, so what do they know now that she turned? Of course, they're breathing a sigh of relief. They didn't bring her into the inner circle yet. But what does she know that they could get us with? Yeah, the Iron Heart thing, going back to the episodes that Mike did see. Jason Ironheart, she knows about that. But that's also where Bester and the Psychop left. they'd also know about the Underground Railroad, but that's where Bester and the Psychop left a trail of dead telepaths. So
Yeah,
they don't
she
want
was
that
out.
getting out. So yeah, it's like a Mexican standoff of what we know and what they know. And the thing is, though, yeah, I could certainly entertain knowing more. If you have some ideas there in the chat, folks. But I will add just this here. This is one thing that kind of bugged me a little bit, is that they do go to the vicar flashback here with Garibaldi. After they decide what they know, what they don't know, Garibaldi's like, okay, well, there might be something. He remembers the vicar episode where Kosh had this Jovian sunspot guy asking her questions, and he was basically recording her thoughts. And you got a real rise out of her when she had memories from the past, some psychopath she had to scan or something like that.
But
So basically, it seemed
you
like
don't-
that episode was about, okay, Kosh was just trying to get what was her deep inner fears. That's what he wanted. Now, here, Garibaldi's mentioning it as like, maybe this is something. I'm going to get back to you about this. Of course, he doesn't. I guess they just decided, no, there's no way we could tie this into what happened here, and we don't need to, so they didn't. So anyway, Colin, what's your thoughts?
I just can't work it out for some reason. I can't like the stream on my phone. I always want to check on these things when I see a flashback. Was the person having the flashback present? Because I don't remember whether or not Garibaldi was present for that
He was
conversation.
present with Sinclair when they were talking with Talia and her telling the story.
Oh, okay. So
He's the one that recognized the guy, the vicar. He recognized, the guy wears funny hats, drinks Jovian sunspots.
He didn't see what he knew about it. I said again, the other thing was every time I see a flashback, you think, okay, so yeah, Sheridan's flashback was fine. It's his own flashback. We know. But what was the other one we saw?
This one, well, the Sheridan flashback was his own dream. This one was a flashback of it didn't flash back to the conversation. It flashed back to the scene of Talia with Kosh. They didn't include the Jovian sunspot guy, but it reminds you of that episode. But it's fine because Garibaldi talked to her about it, so
exactly.
he knows what happened.
I mean, I don't know. I just literally think, were they there or not? I don't remember. So
But he heard about the conversation, so I don't mind them doing a flashback there.
I'm sorry. I saw a long time ago, not long after. Sorry, no, I'm not going to start doing Joseph and his mate. Not after one. No, sorry, not long after the first time.
Talking to yourself.
I am. Sorry, I heard that. No, sorry, my brain makes.
Don't tell them. I can't tell them right now.
No. My brain makes these weird connections, especially with someone I've said earlier on. That it was the original plan. As you said, when people want to leave, the original plan. This was a long. As I understand it, this particular plot line was a long-standing plot line. It was originally going to be Laurel Takashima.
That was the girlfriend of Sinclair, right?
No, the girl, the second in command in the pilot.
Sorry.
Apparently, it was originally going to be her. Originally, had Tallman Tomita stayed with the series, Ivana would have been third in command, would have been her second. And then Laurel would have turned out to be the sleeper. And when she left, that is when Ivana would have become second in command. Now, how true that is, but that's something I had a long time ago. I've always
we don't know if it's true or not, but
but I mean, it's she said it shows the long-term planning that JMS put into it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. That's why I said you don't know how long ago this has been going on, because obviously, if that was the original plan, then it'd be going on before the pilot.
Right.
And it's a long-term plan from before the pilot.
But I want to know, was it this, what's her name? Laura Takashima?
Laurel Takashima, I think was the name.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Was she originally supposed to be Talia's roommate? Or
I
was it
don't know.
Ivanova
As I said,
all along?
I just remember reading somewhere, hearing somewhere
I
that,
know. I'm just
that
kidding.
the original plan had been for that, and that's when Ivanova would have become second in command.
Right. And Mike's
obviously-
communicating some details below. Yeah, I know this is a little bit beyond you, Mike, because
Yeah.
we've seen the whole series a number of times, so we're
So,
digging
yeah.
deep into these details here. But we're at
That's
the end.
all right.
We're at the
Yes,
end.
we are at the end. I've hung out a little bit after to try to get to the end here.
All right. So let's go to the end, and then we can talk this stuff over. Really, there's only one more scene left. Oh, this is still the flashback. Oh, you can see. Oh, no, that's a different guy there in the background. They didn't include the vicar, just Kosh. But here's the thing. He thinks about this. Oh, there might be something we can do here or whatever, but it's like, then they didn't. They probably were thinking about it, and then they realized, no, we can't really tie that together neatly, because we were going for a different thing there with that anyway. Probably what that was like, knowing that the upcoming conflict was going to involve telepaths. Kosh does say fear for the future. Basically, he wanted some of her fear memories in case in the future he needed to hurt her.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the thing, as I said, it goes back also in this as I said, once you see this, okay, so was this whole thing with Talia, I mean, especially if Hardy was right and Talia did push Ivanova a little bit, was that part of
her plan?
Talia?
Well, she certainly hints it here. She basically says, I was, inside her mind waiting to come out, but I would hear the things and I'd be pushing her to try and get you to reveal stuff. And it was like, it was just a classic villain statement, like, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your
the only thing I think that I would say bad about this episode, or negative about this episode, and it's not something you could really get around. It's very much a setup of the week. Everything relevant in this episode happened in this one episode.
Right.
It's not a case of you see.
We did have 2 flashbacks.
Yeah, but
we didn't need them.
What I'm saying is this story self-contained. It's a shame that perhaps they couldn't have had Lyta come on a little earlier, find out. I go off for a couple of episodes perhaps before you find out but you probably couldn't do that in 1990 serialized television. But it's a bit too native. But as I said, that's probably limitations to the format.
It's also contracts. They're probably like, all right, we'll bring Lyta in for this, but they didn't know if they wanted to commit to Patricia Tallman at that time. They knew they'd have to remove this character, but if they wanted to continue with a telepath on board, obviously Lyta's the one to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're right. This is mostly self-contained. There was like some flashbacks, but you didn't need them. You didn't need to know of Lyta to see this episode, to know her from the pilot. You had enough references to it that it filled it in enough.
Yeah.
You're fine.
As I said, it's I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's something which, looking back on it again, it does wrap up a little bit. It's something which, in another mode, could have been a slightly longer story, but it's part and parcel of episodic television. You could have brought something in a couple of episodes earlier and have it running in the background, and then it comes to a head. Whereas, just as Ivana was getting close to Talia, just as they're literally about to bring Talia into the inner circle,
right?
10 minutes later, they discover that she's a sleeper agent. It's a little bit too neat, but that is probably the limitations of the format.
Yeah, dealing with what they had to do and everything.
Yeah.
I think they handled it well. It's just they could have taken out the whole Kosh restatement there because they didn't go anything with that, with the vicar and all that. They didn't follow that up, so don't do it. And it didn't need to be arranged in the beginning. Use her, just her there, comforting some agent that got information that was dying, and then she takes that information to Babylon 5. You didn't need to have a ranger there just to confuse us because we're like, what?
Or she takes it from his mind. He tells her, take it from my mind.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Equally well, he's dying and he's got it, but take it. He
well,
tells
I put
her
this
to
in
take
here
it from
about
his-
CNN, but basically she went to NYPD Blue. And
I suppose I'm saying she
CNN.
did go on to CNN as well, yeah. But
but here we go. Here's our final thing. So
Here's
we'll be
our
able to say
final.
goodbye to Mike but look at the words here, man. She's coming in hot on Kosh. And it's steamy. It looks like an 80s music video and everything. And it's like, yeah, I hit it in my mind and I didn't take it out for nobody.
Nobody knows.
And look at him. He's
the
like,
trouble loving.
they
could have killed me.
They could have killed me and they would have gotten it from me. So she's laying it on heavy here with Kosh. But she does have one request at the end. Can I just see you one more time?
One more time.
And so after she delivers that, we get a good close-up on her face, and we see Kosh. We're about to have, a couple weeks early, a big Kosh reveal right here. And you've seen it first on Earworms.
Wow, I'm glad I didn't leave. I must have missed that last night.
Yeah, you had to look closely, but Kosh is the Stig. And on that bombshell, I know that, Mike, you need to depart. I think what we'll do is we may just hang a little
my
bit.
goodbyes to the chat.
Yeah, we may hang a little bit with the chat until they get bored and kick us off. But yeah, thank you for being with us, Mike.
Yeah.
Anything coming up that you'd like to announce? I know, as always, go down to the description, folks. Check out Mike's channel. He's got some great music there. All you do is play a playlist, let it go in the background, and enjoy.
Yep, that's right. That's right. I've been working on a lot of my old stuff. So this month, I have the one I released a couple years ago, Chaotic Conception. I only did half the videos, so I finished them up. I'm putting them out. That is some of the most trippy music I've ever done. So it is not my usual ambient relaxation stuff. It's outer space, man. So if you want to go to outer space, it might take you places. Who knows?
Well,
but you can
we
go
know
to my. I do have a playlist called Relaxation for those who wish to relax.
I'm sure Scott already did this, but I popped it in again there. Oh, Swappers already wants you to do the work on. If he makes anything that involves, an audio medium along with video, you're the man.
There we go. All right, everybody.
Night, Mike. See you Friday.
See you Friday.
Friday.
Wednesday.
We'll be monkeying around.
Yeah, Friday we're going to do the monkeys. It'll be around midnight UK time, 7 p.m. Eastern US,
People
North
say
America time.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen because I barely remember it. But this week I'm going to research it, put slides together. We're going there.
All right.
If you're not sure how to get there, you just catch the last train to Clarksville.
That's right. There you go. All right. See you
Adam
Friday.
Thank you, Mike.
Night, Mike.
Night.
Take care. So now what? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, the thing is, he said otherwise episodes which they come back to, but what I was saying was, if you remember in a later episode when they reduced back that one again, was saying how long that's been going on. Bester says that the program was implemented by his predecessor.
Yeah. Well, you can never trust Bester, so.
Well, yeah, it's true. I mean, he specifically winds Gary Bordy up by almost saying that they dissected it.
Yeah.
But you can't. But yeah, so I mean, it's an interesting point, perhaps, that you can debate over for hours about how long the program has been going on and where else might be other agents, other agents in Mars Resistance, or
that's one of the things when the series is good. I mean, you do make a lot of questions, and it's really out of appreciation for it. And I know they can't cover everything, but that's good.
It's just got a point. This is definitely right. If you can find it, I'm not sure it's relevant audiobook, but I would definitely recommend, if you get the chance, and for licensed artists, to Dream in the City of Sorrows, because it basically goes up from the end of season 1 up to pretty much, I think it basically leads all the way up to War Without End.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, when I do books,
it's got backstory. It's got a bit of the backstory for Marcus in there as well, I think.
When I do books, I can do Kindle. I mean, when I record things, when I need to record text, of course, I do it line by line, sentence by sentence. But for reading, that's ridiculous. So, but I think, I could probably convert it into text to speech and get it done. That's how I'm doing Gazulaman.
Well, absolutely.
The Gazulaman.
But I mean, that's unfortunate, because unfortunately they're probably that lot, they're that old that they can't. They're that old that they're probably not going to be available on audiobook, unfortunately.
Let me check 1 second here.
Yeah, sure.
Londo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here comes Londo.
Oh, dear.
Come here, buddy. Come on.
And Mike said Londo wasn't in this episode.
Oh. Well, it's after he leaves that we could squeeze him in here. Yeah, I know Swappers likes to see Londo. He's a sweetie.
Hello, Londo.
He's not sure exactly what's going on, but he likes being on the lap. But I guess that's basically it for tonight. We've done a little early, so anybody, I'm sure they're already, those that are wanting to catch the batch are already watching it. But there we go. Friday will be fun. Wednesday we're doing Dragonheart, so it's
I've got to catch that.
Order Dragonheart. Yeah, Dragonheart. Then Friday we have the Monkeys. What a combination! But Wednesday, I remember. I think I've seen it twice. The first time was close to when it was just first being presented on television. I think it was TBS or TNT, something like that. And it was kind of sad for me and everything, but I thought it was all right, But
I remember it was. I was a kid when it was first out, so I didn't know what manufactured bands were and all the rest of it. I knew it was a TV series, but
Dragon. What? I'm talking about Dragonheart.
Oh, Dragonheart. Sorry, I thought you were going to watch it. So yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Dragonheart. So no, sorry, you said about Friday with the Monkeys.
Dragonheart. SG1. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Anything in the chat here? Is that Liza? I see Psyche.
Yeah. Hey.
Yes.
As
Mike
soon as Londo turns up.
Yes, she sees her baby. Yeah, Mike just departed. It was a good night. We miss you. I'll give you a call shortly. I hope the trip went well. Ardent Party's here. Scott's here. Flav's still kind of around. He's just multitasking with the England match. Swappers is probably working on, what is it, chapter 14 now of
He said,
Praxium of the Pathfinders.
he said something working SPS, but to me that means a special boat service, so I don't think he meant that.
Ah, he's like bringing people across the channel. That doesn't sound like Swappers.
No, the special boat service is the marine version of the special air service. It's one of our 3 tier 1 special forces units. And
okay.
Specifically, it's actually and I saw it was Flav. He said he's watching on SBS, so I presume that's a channel. But I said,
yeah, probably a channel. Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
Oh,
I watched Telemundo, so
SBS
I'll be able to catch some of that.
I see. You know the way the algorithm works. I get fed a lot of them actually genuinely interesting. Unfortunately, there are a lot of them bloody clearly AI voiced videos about special forces operations, about British and Australian special forces. They're genuinely interesting because the more I listen to them, the more I get in my feed. But yeah, so that's why I said, basically. To a degree, the SBS is basically the British version of SEALs. Although apparently there was I saw someone saying there's a more defined split between them and the SAS now, because they used to have the SAS and the SBS. Chapter 13, wow.
Okay, yeah, I lost what the count was on the chapters, what was coming up next, and what we just finished.
I've started listening. I put them on the
Of course, Swappers did gift me with the text for the book, and we're probably going to do it at some point. We got to do the Gazulaman first for Alex, because his publisher is looking, to have a review on that, and then we'll check out. I mean, part of it is I love these audio dramas. It's almost like I want to behold it that way first, and then maybe read back. Not to do two versions at the same time, but I do appreciate that, Swappers. I will. Yeah, we'll see. We'll probably check it out some night, but it has to be text to speech.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I like his version on Star Wars Retold, his audio drama, because you can listen to it and it sounds good. Not like a lot of text.
Yeah, I was said when I put it onto the phone, I've been listening to Grip. Unfortunately, I don't know. Possibly because he's on the phone and it's touching, and it seems to get looping. And, I don't know.
Well, Doc, I'm sorry. Could you check this out for me, Colin? It looks like Jason loved Doctor Who. Is that the name?
It looks like it. Yep. Oh, it's a nasty beastie rabbit.
We have a Doctor Who fan. That's good.
I think that might be a new person.
We also appreciate the great Doctor Who, mostly the.
We appreciate the great Doctor Who.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Rabbit.
Oh yeah, and Gavin this whole week. It's like, man, all right, yeah, I guess I got to dedicate that to Gavin now. He's even Liza's AI summary that she read didn't mention me at all, but it mentioned Gavin. It mentioned Flav and everything. But we're going to wait for her to come back and read that off, because that was hilarious.
I might check that out on something. I never got into Kipling, but I know he's a very good writer.
Emperor Kipling?
No, Ardent Party. He says if you're looking for short audio stuff being read, I think he means READ. You can check out my Wordsmith Wednesday playlist. I do a lot of Kipling now, Rudyard Kipling, not Emperor Kipling.
Oh yeah, Rudyard.
And what? I presume you're talking Rudyard Kipling, not Kipling's Cakes.
I would think so. Well, there is Emperor Kipling, who's related to someone in the chat. So
does make exceedingly good cake. Yes.
All righty. I guess we're going to wind it up, folks.
Yes, so yep.
Yeah, you get to bed a little bit earlier, but you'll be in good company. A lot of your country is staying up with you right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to check that out,
But not
see
for-
how England's doing.
Not for reasons anywhere near as good as talking about Babylon 5. Just some got guys kicking a ball around a pitch for some reason.
Well, something for everybody. Thanks for
Yeah,
joining us,
yeah.
folks. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of interesting stuff coming up. I do say so myself this week. I'm still going to be working on it. There'll be another parallel for the channel members to enjoy. And let's see.
And everyone watching the game, I hope you enjoy it.
Yep. Well, it depends. It could be stressful.
Well,
Why do we do it? Why do we do it? Well, you just can't help it. Cheers, all. Thanks, Flav. Oh yeah, we'll leave it on some Flav notes here. Let's see. We'll leave you on. Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks for doing the morning, Scott and Flav.
Yep.
And
Thank you, Scott Hovid, for doing the modding, and of course, I do have Flav here. I thought I was going to make it quicker by having this alphabetized, but it looks like I'm a little bit slower.
What about you? Do you find it visible? When I say the name, Dickus.
Well, we can't. We got to do a little homage to Michael Palin one of these days.
Yeah.
And finally, here are some completely gratuitous pictures of penises to annoy the censors and to hopefully spark some sort of controversy, which it seems the only way these days to get the jaded, video-setted public off their fucking arses and back in the sodding cinema.
I'm sorry, you were going to say something, Colin?
So I was just going to say that. I mean, it's probably not that. It's that you can actually fake a slight speech impediment. Yeah. Do you find it doesn't? It doesn't go to full visible. He's got that halfway bit there.
Yeah.
It's sort of visible, not visible. Most people sort of do almost like doing the generic Japanese fly lice.
Well, Well, he's also got to do it in a funny voice,
But he's got it. But he's got that thing. It is actually sounds like it is actually trouble saying that. Rather than just straight out coming up on them. Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you all for joining us, and we are signing off. Good night. Good night.
Good night, folks.
I'd like to say good.